comes first. News with Katrina Smith.
Welcome and good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on this Sunday. It is January 25th. I'm Katrina Smith. Well, the snow has already started in western New York and moves into our area this morning. It is a Storm Tracker 2 News Channel 2 alert day. Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis stepping in for James this morning.
Yeah, and he's doing well. I didn't kick him off. He's actually going to be overnighting tonight. He's going to be staying at the station, so we're going to give him a little bit of time to
break
sleep in.
This morning.
Yes.
So you're actually taking the lull before it all moves in.
Yeah, we're getting you ready here, and everything that we're seeing indicates that this is going to be a direct hit. We're expecting 16 to 20 inches of accumulation. In fact, the numbers have been bumped up slightly here because the confidence is getting higher. Everything indicates that this is going to be entirely snow, fluffy, heavy snow as we head into tonight and tomorrow. I did keep areas north below those numbers, 12 to 16 inches still. So again, I think just about everybody gets at least a foot out of this. Again, the heaviest is going to be arriving this afternoon and into this evening. Snowfall rates 1 to 2 inches per hour. Travel is going to be really, really tough. And again, this is going to continue into tonight, but then it does back off for tomorrow. So it should be a lot easier to get around tomorrow, and it won't be quite as cold. Again, the snow is starting to work in from the south as we head into this afternoon. Travel conditions are going to get trickier. It's also very cold. It's 5 degrees, and it still feels like 10 below zero. So when you do shovel this later today, make sure you dress in layers and give yourself breaks because we're going to be in the single digits for most of the day. Snow gradually picks up in intensity throughout the day. We are timing the end of this and what's to follow, and that's coming up. Katrina, back to you.
Thank you so much, Bill. Due this morning, Governor Hochul will hold a briefing to update all New Yorkers on the extreme weather conditions. The governor already declaring a state of emergency for the entire state over the weekend. That press briefing is expected to happen at 11 o'clock this morning. The governor already told non-essential workers to work remotely on Monday if possible. We will have an update on this morning's weather briefing later on today here on News Channel 2. Snow emergencies have been declared in several municipalities. That list can be found under closings on our website, WKTV.com. Also, we're having several churches, faith formations, and activities being canceled today, some for tomorrow as well. It is safe to say most activities that were slated for today are not happening. If you don't see a closing, make sure you check the organization's social media pages or call ahead before you head out, at least for today. The Thruway Authority is also placing restrictions on commercial vehicles ahead of the storm. Starting overnight, right lane only restrictions on all commercial vehicles on all state highways, including the Thruway. And then as of 6 o'clock this morning, all long combination vehicles banned from the entire Thruway system. That includes I-87, I-90, I-287, and I-190. And the big headline around America is that massive winter storm making its way across the state. Some states saw their first snowfall. Temperatures in Oklahoma City expected to drop below zero today, and in Missouri yesterday. Road crews got a head start on clearing out the streets. Fluffy white snow there. City officials there trying to focus on major routes and problem areas. And Tennessee roadways were covered with snow as temperatures continued to drop overnight. The weather taking down power lines in Crossville, Tennessee. Continuing coverage now, tensions remain high in Minneapolis after federal agents shot and killed.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good Sunday morning. Snow is breaking out across central New York, and it's going to pick up as we head throughout the morning, becoming very heavy this afternoon. Let's take a live look in downtown Utica. It's very cold outside. It's going to stay cold today, and the snow is going to look a little bit different. If you haven't already noticed, it's smaller in size. We'll talk about that in just a second, but again, just showing you the bigger picture here. The snow is breaking out. It's a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We widen it out. You can see there's a lot more to come. This is just the very beginning of what is going to be a long day of heavy snow across central New York and the Northeast. The snow is falling in a very cold environment, and the snowflakes look different. I wanted to show you this. I know it might be a little complicated for a Sunday morning, but when we have really cold temperatures, the snow tends to look like plates because of something called cloud physics. Most of the time, the snow falls as what we call dendrites, the six-sided shapes that we're used to. This forms in a warmer environment. I think what's going to happen today is we're going to start out with plates, and we'll start to move into the more typical snowflakes here, especially during the height of the storm, and that's when the snow will really start to pile up. And the bottom line is it's going to be very fluffy. It's going to be very powdery. It's not going to be the slushy snow that we're sometimes used to when temperatures are warmer. Travel is going to become treacherous today. I would be off the roads before noontime, and I would stay off the roads all day if you can, and be planning on digging out here a couple of times so that you don't have to do it all at once. Dress nice and warm because, again, this is going to be very cold snowfall. Top 5 snowfalls in Utica, just to give you a perspective, we get a lot of these big storms. The largest snowfalls, you've got to get at least 24 inches in Utica to make the top 5 here. Of course, the number 1, many remember that is Stella. That was back in March of 2017, which happened when temperatures were a lot warmer, by the way. Bigger picture, again, this storm is going to roll in. It's going to be very cold throughout the day. We'll be in the single digits. Snow continues to spread across the region. Travel becomes very tricky, if not very, very difficult this afternoon and evening. 1 to 2 inch snowfall rates will be the norm as we head throughout the afternoon. It could even get higher, 3, maybe 4 inches per hour in the height of this. Again, temperatures will be in the single digits throughout the day. Snow starts to back off tonight, and by Monday, the snowfall rates will be a lot lighter. In fact, Monday, it will be snowing, but the worst of it will be behind us. Temperatures will be in the low 20s. There will be some wind, and so there will be some blowing and drifting snow, especially in areas that are prone to that. And again, a general 16 inches is expected across most of central New York, 12 to 16 to the north, 16 to 20 in the Mohawk Valley and southern valleys. And again, numbers continue to indicate that we take the direct hit in terms of heavy snow here. And it's not just us. A good portion of the Northeast will be dealing with this throughout the rest of the weekend. Heavy snow tonight, a low of 8. Tomorrow, light snow, temperatures near 20. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Looking ahead to next week, or I should say this week, it stays very cold. The snow is going to be sticking around. We get back into our normal, our regularly scheduled rounds of clippers and lake effect snow, relatively light, nothing too exciting here. And as we go back to our trivia question, as I'm out of sorts this morning.
I believe it was about snow on Valentine's Day.
Yes, do you remember the year?
I don't. Was it when I was alive? Yes, probably.
Yes.
2015. I think I do remember it. Maybe not.
2007.
I think that's great.
Were you working here? I think it might have been
I
right
think
before
it
you
was
got here.
right after, because
Right
I
after you
think I
started?
started maybe 2008, 2009. You were here though.
I was here. Yes, it was. I was very early in my career, and that was a fun day. I was working with Adam Mussett.
Wow, so
the press.
storm weather team meteorologists,
Yes. Yeah.
really neat. It's always interesting when it's early on and you're covering a storm, right?
That's right. Yeah.
All right, let's take a live look at weather around the nation. NBC offers up some cameras around the nation. This is Chicago, the windy city there, and you can see the snow picking up there. We're going to take a look at other places around the nation, Pittsburgh and Buffalo throughout the newscast. But as you can see, everywhere in the country is seeing its own dose of snow during this storm system. Well, with sub-zero temperatures, AAA has some info on your car batteries. We'll get to that in just a moment. But first, we're going to take a look at DPW crews reminding drivers, do not crowd the plow. They will be out in full force around the state today and in the local region. And you might not know this. They can be carrying more than 10 tons. That makes it really difficult to stop. They can also throw clouds of snow. It'll make it difficult for you to see them and for you to stop. You do not want to pass plows. Your best bet is to just stay in if you can today. As you can see, most places are closing. Sub-zero temps, your car battery is going to have trouble waking up. AAA recommends some advice before hitting the road. They make sure you fill your car with gas. You should have at least half a tank of gas. You want to check your tire pressure. You also want to check your battery. If it's 4 to 5 years old, you may want to consider replacing it, and make sure to top off that windshield washer fluid reservoir. Taking the time to take these simple steps can prevent headaches when you get out on the road.
The winter time is the busiest time of the year, especially for AAA. Even today I installed 3 batteries already, and I have too many calls waiting. Sometimes people waiting 1 to 2 hours for service.
AAA also urges drivers to keep a cold weather emergency kit in your vehicle. Some warm clothes, some blankets, extra food and water, extra chargers, ice scraper, and any medications that you might need in the event that you end up in an emergency situation. Coming up, thousands of flights canceled across the Northeast, making for a sleepless night. Welcome back, and thank you for joining us for another half hour of News Channel 2 Weekend Today. I'm Katrina Smith, and we want to get you right over to the Weather Center with meteorologist Bill Curtis today, because there is a lot of snow that is going to pile up in the region.
Yeah, we kind of moved our staff around in the weather department. Mr. DeFazio is going to be sleeping at WKTV tonight.
You can send snacks.
Yes.
Instacart.
So he's got a long day. I'm going to give him a little bit of relief, give him a chance to sleep in this morning. We've got a snowstorm on the way. Here's a look at the accumulation we're expecting, 16 to 20 inches for central New York. This includes the Mohawk Valley and Southern Valleys, 12 to 16 inches for the North Country. So the numbers have been bumped up slightly here. We've been looking at the data, and everything just builds more and more confidence here as we're kind of heading into the middle of this over the next couple of hours. The worst of this is going to be in the afternoon and the evening. Snowfall rates will be 1, 2, 3 inches per hour. When it hits that rate, it's just hard for even a fully staffed road crews to keep up. Again, we're looking at totals here over a foot. Again, this is just beginning here in central New York, and it's going to fall in a very cold environment. 4 degrees. It feels like 13 below zero, so it's still going to be a very cold day. And the snow is going to accumulate with temperatures in the single digits. So it's going to be very fluffy, very small crystals, at least at first, and then it will become heavier throughout the day. Temperatures will be getting less cold. We'll be in the teens here by 9 p.m. But again, travel is going to be very tough this afternoon, this evening. This will start to wind down on Monday. We've got to look at the forecast. Some cold weather is going to be sticking around this week. Look at the forecast coming out. Katrina, back to you.
Thank you so much, Bill. The other big story, federal agents fatally shot a man in Minneapolis.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good Sunday morning. Heavy snow is expected to move into central New York throughout today. We're taking a live look in Cooperstown. There's some light snow on the ground, temperature of 2 degrees. If you have any last-minute errands you've got to run, it is okay for the next couple of hours, but travel is going to become more and more difficult here, and I would recommend folks stay off the roads beginning at around noontime. Because again, it's just going to get harder and harder to travel as the snow continues to pick up. The worst of this, at least the heaviest snow, looks to be in the afternoon to evening. We're looking at snowfall rates 1 to 3 inches per hour, and those rates are high enough where even road crews, even being on top of this, will have a hard time keeping up. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Bands of snow continue to press in from the south, and again, this is just the very beginning of this. The snow looks a little bit different so far because of the very cold air in place, and I wanted to show you what the science behind this. This is cloud physics. In very cold environment, on the right-hand side, the snow tends to look like plates. It's smaller. As temperatures warm up today, we're going to start to see the snowflakes change shape. We get back into the six-sided, what we call dendrites, and so the snow will become a little bit fluffier, and the flakes will become a little bit larger here throughout the day, and it will have an easier time accumulating. Bottom line is, it's a heavy accumulation. Travel is going to be really tough in the afternoon and evening, and again, we're recommending people just stay off the roads for this one. It is expected to be a pretty large storm. Not the biggest one we've seen, but a large one. And as we head into Monday, things do get better. The snow becomes much lighter. And we do have some light snow in the forecast for Monday, but I think it should be a lot easier to get around. Let's talk about the largest snowfalls in Utica, just to give you a benchmark here. This is the top 5, and all of these are over 2 feet. The largest snowfall in Utica was Stella, March 14th through 15th, 2017. We had 33 inches. Actually, it was larger than the blizzard of 1966 for Utica specific, where we measure. So you look at the bigger picture again. Here's the storm that's been talked about for over a week. It is materializing. It is here. It's not something that's going to be missed. This is going to move right across the Northeast, and we're going to be on the heavy snow side. There's a lot of ice with this. That's what's causing much more of a mess in the South today. And again, so far this is playing out exactly as expected. And as we head into the rest of today, it's going to be a very cold environment with the snow. Temperatures will be in the single digits. So very fluffy accumulation and also just hard to shovel. Not that the snow is heavy, but just because it's so cold. And again, we're looking at air temperatures. We've got a wind today, so the wind chill is going to be 5 to 10 below zero. So dress nice and warm as you're shoveling this later this evening. And again, we're also recommending people shovel before the end of today and then shovel again on Monday, just so you don't have to do it all at once. Temperatures, again, in the single digits throughout today. Snow continues to pick up in intensity. Again, the peak of this will be in the afternoon and evening. The snow will gradually wind down as we head into late tonight. Snow showers Monday, some light accumulation, but again, the bulk of this happens today. 16 to 20 inches of accumulation is expected between now and Monday afternoon for the Mohawk Valley and Southern Valleys, 12 to 16 inches for the North Country. Tonight, heavy snow, low of 8. Snow becomes much lighter Monday, temperatures near 20. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. The weather stays cold throughout the week. Our next chance of snow will be on Wednesday. A clipper rolls in. It brings us some light snow showers and some lake effect snow. Temperatures are going to remain very, very cold here as we head into the rest of the week. And man, I'm just striking out with these graphics here. All right, second weekend trivia question. That's not the right one.
That's okay. I think it was about snowfall.
There we go.
Totals, right? And
Yeah,
I feel
so-
like you gave me a hint during the during your weather forecast.
I did. What largest
kind.
snowfall in Utica in February?
It's got to be 33 or 36 or
27.
27. That's what I said, right?
Your daughter had the right answer.
My daughter's here today. Viv said 27.
She nailed it.
So I should have listened to Viv. Thank you, Bill. Those frigid temperatures did not deter die-hard story. Take a listen.
Long lines at the Beast of the East, but local Christina Tooker doesn't mind the wait.
Not the coldest in my life. One time it was minus 42, but that was pretty cold.
Kyle Kowick also among the thousands who braved sub-zero temperatures Saturday.
Trying to stay warm. I got hand warmers on, feet warmers. I got 4 layers on underneath this, so just trying to stay warm.
Skiers and riders of all ages layered up to get in on the fun in the sun, including young Beatrice.
What are you enjoying about being out here today in the cold?
Well, I'm scared.
What runs have you done so far? How many have you done?
No.
The Snowden six-pack, a godsend on bitter days like this. It was one of the few lifts open in the chilly conditions. The incoming snowstorm had many buzzing with excitement.
Get up as much as possible, hoping for a lot of snowfall, trying to just get as many runs in as possible.
And even adjusting travel plans.
Initially, the plan was to try and leave on Sunday. With the way the forecast looks, and I'll say with the vehicle I have, I'm probably going to be sticking it out one extra day.
He and many others planning to spend another cold day at the mountain with hopes of a foot of potential powder.
I'm excited for what that means for the rest of the season. I mean, the East Coast has been blessed with so much snow compared to the rest of the country right now, and I think it's going to be an awesome season.